Every year, Pokemon trainers from across the globe converge on a single point to wreak devastation upon the land. These events are known as International Championships. Earlier this year, I visited a regional championship, and the International is the level above that. For 2025, the European International Championship, or the EUIC, was taking place in London in good old Britain. So, as me and my brother had attended last year, we decided to do the same this year. With my brother taking part in the TCG tournament, I would be going as his spectator, but I also had a bigger plan of my own as well. I wanted to get a shiny at EUIC, but more specifically, a shiny for my Pokemon Sword badge quest. So I decided to use a method I knew would be super quick. The Dex Nav in Pokemon Omega Ruby. Now I can hear you saying, the Omega Ruby quest is over, isn't it? This is the Sword quest. Yes, it is still the Sword quest, but let me explain. The EUIC in 2024 was what inspired me to initially start shiny hunting and start this channel in the first place, and Omega Ruby was my first shiny hunting series. London is also the place where I finished the Omega Ruby quest, specifically at the London XL, which is where the EUIC was going to be held, so I felt it would be a nice kind of full circle meme to catch a shiny at the EUIC on my Omega Ruby badge quest file and send it up to Sword. Yes, this is quote-unquote against the badge quest rules, but those were out of the window a long time ago. For this hunt, I would be going for shiny Absol, one of the few Gen 3 Pokemon that actually made it into Sword, but also a gesture towards another massive inspiration of mine, Absol blogs Pokemon. Yes, there's his name again. Using the Dex Nav and aiming for a search level of 999, this would give us a max shiny odds of 1 in 476 for this hunt. Another rule as well for myself was I could only hunt while actually at the tournament and nowhere else. Okay, enough explaining, let's crack on with this hunt. Starting on the 20th of February, me and my brother made our way to London for the EUIC. Just arrived to our Airbnb for the weekend. I should have explained the nature of this hunt in the intro, but if I haven't already, then we're going to be going for Absol in Omega Ruby and then transferring it up. I should have explained the reasons why in the intro. I should have also explained that I'm only going to be hunting while at the EUIC, so obviously haven't done any hunting today. But in a couple of minutes, me and Adam are going to be heading out, getting some lunch, and then heading over to the XL Centre to pick up our badges for tomorrow, and also do our Pokemon time slot, Pokemon Center time slot, and spend lots of money. Hopefully it goes more smoothly than last time, but yeah, this view's sick. Rob, if you're watching this, I bet you're so jealous, man. Just like old Spain times. After making our way to the XL, we picked up our badges and waited for our Pokemon Center time slot. I will say it was way better organised than last year. We actually got in relatively good time, as opposed to nearly 2 hours later than our time slot. Trying to get these time slots was an absolute nightmare though. There's no way Adam has just done that. Adam just hacked the site.
Hacked?
Well, he hasn't hacked it, but like, he was like, oh, if you just go to the URL and change the URL from time to details, it takes you through. Like, seriously, can the billion-dollar company not afford better web designers? Some of the exclusive stuff was sold out today, but I did have another time slot booked for the next day, but that didn't stop me spending way too much money. Adam didn't end up getting anything at all. After emptying my wallet for the Pokemon Company, we got some food and made our way back to relax before the start of the tournament tomorrow. Hello, we're back from the Pokemon Center. Here's my spoils. We're going to go through it now and then I'll show you the receipt at the end. The only things I couldn't get that I wanted were either of the playmats because they were sold out. One of the main things I wanted was this. The backpack. I'm showing you all this now, but I'm going to probably be showing you it all again when I do my collection update. Very nice. I do like that, and it's a good size as well. Cap, because Adam got a cap with his participant kit, and I really liked it, so I got one as well. 2 packs of the exclusive sleeves, one for myself and one for my mate Rob. I got the notebook, just because it was exclusive, why not? I might end up using it for something to do with shiny hunts. These were expensive. Yeah, these were like 30 or 40 pounds or something. But they are very nice, metallic dice and coin and markers, which I'm not going to use. I might use the dice for Digimon. 2 of the exclusive deck boxes. One for me, one for my mate Rob. So this is a collection of like pin badges and stuff. So we've got one of the pin badges with the Psyduck. We've got a magnet of the Psyduck. We've got the standard EUIC pin badge. Got the Ogapon pin badge. Got the Wooper pin badge. And then the Ogapon keychain. We've got a Galarian Zigzagoon plushie. I didn't really want to get too many plushies, but I saw this guy and I was like, oh, I really want to get this guy. He caught my attention immediately. A big Ogapon with this mask. What mask is this, Adam? Cornerstone. The total was £265.84.
The exclusive stuff from the Pokemon Centre was really cool, in all honesty. I was a bit bummed last year from Worlds because the merch looked so cool and I could not afford to go, but I think this made up for it.
Tomorrow is the actual start of the shiny hunt for Absol, so it's time to get a kip, a nice kip, and finally begin the 5th hunt of this quest. It feels like I've been recording loads but not hunting. But yeah, let's get some kip, and gotta be up early. Thumbs up. Hello, it's the 21st of February. Today is the first day of the EUIC and also the start of the 5th hunt for this badge quest. But yeah, I'm also going to be doing some filming for Adam at the convention, so in between that I'll be hunting, but I'm going to try and get a good couple of hours in. At least try and get to maybe like 300 encounters if I can, and then obviously we've got tomorrow and well, the convention's until Sunday, and while we do plan on doing other things in London, if Adam doesn't make day 2, then we will go back to the convention. Let's crack on, I guess. May is returning to the hunting today, and Gloria will be helping later on. Greg's List Hunter. I also haven't shown the save yet, so I'm going to show you this. I am set up on Route 120. I have caught an Absol already, just so we can access it easier on the Dex nav. We've already got a search level of 6, but I'll be starting the encounters at 0. Also, this isn't happening today, but tomorrow, Saturday, there's another 81 in 92 shiny hunt event.
Awaking bright and early, we made our way to the XL for Adam's first round. I was also very surprised by the opening ceremony with a performance from the Longest Johns, a band I'm only familiar with because my friend Carl, who I stream with, also does Sea Shanties and has mentioned them to me. It was also good to see Charlie, aka Trazindra, on the main stage hosting. He did a fantastic job across the entire weekend, and I also loved all the puns he kept dropping.
Did you hear about the restaurant Deoxys opened in space? Really good food apparently, but absolutely no atmosphere. Why did the Kamala fail its job interview? Didn't have the necessary qualifications. I would open with a joke about a Weedle with a blunt stinger, but it'd be pointless.
After filming some stuff for Adam during his rounds, I found a place to sit and finally began this hunt.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sat in front of the Pokemon Unite stage, and we're going to start this hunt finally for Absol. I'm just going to crack on, do as many encounters as I can between Adam's rounds. Let's finally crack on.
As Adam's rounds continued, I continued to hunt, but very, very slowly.
Adam's on his 3rd round now. 1 win, 1 loss. Slowly getting some encounters in where I can. I was going to be queuing to get a possible signature wristband right now, but the queue is absolutely huge.
And apparently the system they've got going is you roll a dice, and if you get a 6, you get a wristband, which is a absolutely stupid system. But oh well, I'm not too fussed. Just gonna crack on with this.
Yeah, the system for this artist wristbands was honestly just really bad and not thought through in my opinion. A much better system would be a blacked out box full of winning and losing tickets, and you put your hand in and you pull out a ticket. Or just make them paid. MCM deals with it just fine, and MCM is way bigger than this event.
I ended up having a go at the roll.
After grabbing Adam some lunch, I returned to the halls to attempt to go beast mode on this hunt.
So we beat the Elite Four for the Omega badge quest. And now we're back continuing the next round.
At this point, I would love to give a big shout out to the American judge on a power trip who told me I wasn't allowed to film, when it says right here on the official website that I can. I spent 3 years of my life studying for a film degree. I know my filming rights, mate. By round 5, Adam had not done well and ended up dropping from the tournament. Be sure to check out his video to see all the details on that. So, with him now having some free time, we explored the EUIC together. There was so much to do at the EUIC. I will say, however, the vendors were laid out better at Birmingham. It was a struggle to get to the vendors at EUIC. It was a bit of a squeeze. As me and Adam were sitting around watching the autograph signings, I was taken by surprise when this big red dog fellow appeared in my game.
Just been sat here watching
my gym would probably be the colorless type, since colorless Pokemon, you know, Lugia is my favorite Pokemon, so I think I'd have...
I missed the sparkles, but there it is!
The one trainer would probably battle.
That was like severely under odds.
Since I've never beat him before,
that's
but
212 encounters. So it was 218 dex nav level, which is 1 in 777 odds.
11.
But it's quite loud here, so let's go and find somewhere to catch this guy. I don't have a super good plan of how I'm going to catch this. I guess we're going to go for a false swipe. I'm going to try to go for a Premier Ball, because I think that would look really good. This is the last Premier Ball. If he doesn't get it in this, I'll just go for an Ultra Ball and I'll just live with it. Hey, nice one, last Premier Ball. The nickname is going to be Skepta, because we are currently in London, and Skepta is one of my favourite grime artists, so I felt it fitting. But yeah, that was a search level of 218, which was 6 more than the encounters, which was 212. Nature guess, Adam? I'm going to say adamant. He's naive.
This was a ridiculously fast hunt. I thought I'd be hunting all weekend, and I absolutely love the way shiny Absol looks. I love how even the white of his fur has like a red tint to it. Later that evening, I was getting ready for my second Pokemon Center visit, where I had planned to go with fellow shiny hunter Ace, who I had met for the first time at the Birmingham 8192 event, and as they had not been able to secure a time slot for the Pokemon Center, and I had a free one, I thought, why not offer for them to go in with me? This time, we were straight into the Pokemon Center. Like, it was insanely quick. Seriously, GG's to the organizer for the Pokemon Center this year. It was actually like really well organized. After spending even more money, I bid my farewells to Ace and went back to meet up with Adam.
Hello, just got back from my second trip at the Pokemon Center. Thank you, Ace, for joining me. If you're watching this video at all, I got Adam this play mat. I also got him a side up pin. I don't know where he's put it, but I also got for myself. So I got the Ogapon hoodie. I got a play mat for myself and a play mat for Rob. Thank you, Ace, again for getting one of these for me. I got some pins for my brother Jamie, because he was actually the one that secured us all these Pokemon Center places. So I got him these because Cyndaquil's his favourite Pokemon. I got a keyring for a friend at work. I don't know if I regret maybe getting this, but it was an exclusive and it was from the Psyduck stuff, and there was still no Psyduck playmats. All the Psyduck stuff got like super bought out. But that was £157.93. So in total, I've spent £437 at the Pokemon Center.
We decided to have one last wander around the halls before heading back for food and some sleepies.
Look, I'm like for chocolate. I said we go.
But not before transferring Absol, or Skepta, all the way up to Sword. I am kicking myself a little bit for not filming any footage of its shiny mega form.
There he is. Skepta. He's a little bit underleveled. It's so sick. Normal Helio Tile Shiny Absol. Very cool. And yeah, as I explained in the intro, this is definitely going against the badge quest rules, but I'm not exactly well known for sticking to them. I just liked the idea, as I should have explained in the intro, I like the idea of catching something in my Omega Ruby badge quest save file and bringing it up. I think the plan for tomorrow is to slowly make my way to the next gym. Probably do the next gym on Sunday at the EUIC on the closing day. Gloria says good night.
The 22nd was our free day in London, so we ventured out into the city centre for some light shopping and exploration. We didn't spend too long out in London as we wanted to be back in time for the 8192 event later in the evening. After grabbing some bits and bobs and gifts for people, we made the trek back to the apartment.
Hello, we're back from a little trip for some just shopping and stuff in the centre of London. I've not had a chance to do anything on Sword yet, but got about an hour to kill before the shiny hunting event, or before we head out for the shiny hunting event. So I might sit out on the balcony and film a bit and all that and stuffs. Thumbs up. Table's a bit of a mess at the minute because I'm prepping for this shiny hunt later, but in a classic, since we're on Omega Ruby again, or we have been, classic staple of the Omega Ruby badge quest, a Mountain Dew taste test. This is Korean or just East Asian Mountain Dew. It definitely looks more like fluorescent green. Ooh, look at that, mate. Look how crispy that looks. Yeah, it just tastes like Mountain Dew. It kind of tastes more like the Mountain Dew I had in Japan, which I guess would make sense. But yeah, it's good. It's probably better than ours, but only very slightly.
I did finally make some progress on the sword file, making our way to Balloonlia, blah 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 blah, from Grimwood Tangle. As time ticked on, we set back off for the XL for the 8192 challenge. Just like Birmingham, an 8192 shiny hunting challenge was being hosted at the EUIC, where we had 1 hour to hunt as much as we could in 1 in 8192 odds games. This time around, the event was being hosted by Shmonster, or Simone. I really hope I haven't butchered your name. Another Pokemon commentator and content creator. I was much more prepared for the hunt this time around, with 6 consoles, 6 games at the ready. I felt there was no way we wouldn't find anything. I was hunting on Platinum, Heart Gold, Black, Diamond, Ruby and Fire Red, with no specific targets, literally just going for anything in completely random routes.
Shiny Altaria or Absol, Shiny Blitzel.
What games?
Black and Black 2. 6 consoles. Somehow doing it all. Honestly, who says like it can't be done? It's being done in front of my eyes. How are you managing this? Not very well.
As the hour ticked on, no shiny found, I felt like there's no way. There were apparently 38 people at this event, all with multiple consoles. Someone at the other end of the table was as crazy as me with a 6 console setup. I felt like we really weren't going to find anything until the bottom end of the table erupted in cheers. A shiny Articuno had been found. It did end up being our only shiny in over 10,000 encounters, but goddamn, what a good shiny to have. The event was an absolute blast. Everyone had a great vibe, and it was good to see some peeps from Birmingham again. I even dragged Adam into this event as well. I rushed over to Shmon with the Game Boy camera while he was taking the group picture, and we snapped this masterpiece.
Thanks again to Shmon for putting on this event. I'm really sorry for butchering your name as well. After the event, me and Adam did some other side activities around the event, and I had a blast destroying him in Battle Revolution. As the night drew on, we made our way back to the apartment and settled down for the night.
Hello, we're chilling down for the night, watching some Jon Stone. We're planning to go out and do some more adventuring and then come back to the convention later in the evening to watch the final couple of rounds, as well as actually get the 5th badge of this badge quest. It just feels so weird, like not filming anything on the game, because I already got the shiny on day 1. I shall see you in the morn. Good night.
However, in the middle of the night, I had a horrifying realization. Let me give you some backstory. While packing my bag after the Shiny Hunt event, my Omega Rupee cartridge had dropped out of my DS case and onto the floor. I saw it immediately and picked it up. It wasn't until later that night, back at the apartment, I remembered there were 2 games in that DS case, and the other was Black 2, a very expensive game. And when I checked the DS case to see if it was there, it was gone. I did put out a post asking if anyone had seen it, and quite a lot of people shared it, so thank you to everyone who did. But at the crack of dawn, I woke Adam up and we rushed back to the XL as soon as the doors opened. We rushed to the table where I dropped the Omega Ruby, and as we approached, I saw something black and shiny on the ground.
Got it, found it!
Yes, we found it. The word relief doesn't even begin to explain how I felt. After finding the missing game, we actually ended up bumping into Joe Merrick, of all people, the creator of Cerebi, whom I asked for a photo, and he was very nice and very polite. Thanks, Joe. After our missing quest was complete, we set out again into London, but decided to take a scenic route over the river. This footage looks nice, but I absolutely hated this. Sailed across the sewer water of the Thames and explored Greenwich for a short while before making our way onwards to Camden.
Go figure botcher. Scared.
After exploring the biggest tourist trap in the world, we made our way back to the XL for the final time to watch the VGC finals and to also finally finish this 5th badge of the badge quest.
There, right there, is where we finished the Omega Ruby badge quest.
Before setting up for the gym, we made a quick pit stop at the vendors as it had died down a little bit, and I picked up some cheap and cheerful cards I'd been looking for. It was a great atmosphere at the finals. I'm not clued up or really massively invested in the competitive scene, but just being there in the crowd, you could feel the energy. The gym was pretty easy, to be fair, and with the stage in the background, it was a fantastic way to earn this badge and finish this weekend at the EUIC 2025. What a weekend. The EUIC this year was fantastic. I really enjoyed myself. Last year, it felt like the hours dragged, as all I was doing was filming for Adam and just wandering around. So it was a lot more fun to be more active in the events and like the community in a way. I do understand that this video is more of an EUIC video compared to like an actual shiny hunt video, but I hope you enjoyed it either way. Finding a shiny, let alone one for my badge quest at the EUIC, is such a cool feeling. I've had this idea in my head for a while. This is why I was like in such a rush to get the Cramorant before EUIC. I would like to say thank you again to Shmon for setting up the 8192 event. I'll leave a link to all their socials in the description, and if you'd like to see the POV of a competitor in the EUIC, I'll leave a link to my brother's video in the description as well. As always, if you enjoyed the video and you've made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like, and check out some of the other videos on the channel. It's all really greatly appreciated. I'd also like to say thank you for getting us to 100 subscribers. I do have a video planned for it, so keep an eye out for that in the coming days. Also, let me know if you went to EUIC in the comments, and what did you get up to? I would love to know. Thanks again for watching, peeps. I hope you've enjoyed this peek behind the curtain of the Pokemon in London. Have a good time in whatever life brings you, and I'll catch you later.
Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Togepi or Togepi, Mew. Those are the alternative answers. Here we go. Which of these Pokemon is a yellow
That is so easy.